Okay. So, I would like to bring some past topic today. I think you guys remember. If you have forgotten those, I will try to brush up all those theory part ones so you can understand what we're going to do today. Let me create a new paint. So, if you remember, during the first year, second session, I think we have covered how the data evolution happened, how from a text file to a spreadsheet, then internet launched, then RTBMS came into picture, then data warehousing, then after Hadoop came into picture, all those history of evolution. You remember? At that time, data was sitting in RDBMS, Relational Database Management System, RDBMS full form. Every single thing you are doing, there is a database which is storing your data. This concept you remember? If you are doing a transaction, ATM transaction, whatever you are doing, the amount, the time, the card number, the person name, the ATM location, the ATM identity, everything is getting stored in backend. That is database. Let me draw that picture. So those databases are still now. There are a lot of databases came into picture now, but RDBMS still holds that is from Oracle, that still holds the maximum weightage. So this is your whole Hadoop system. Let me write it. Is node or gateway laptop. Gateway laptop. This is your edge node or gateway laptop. This is your HDFS, Hadoop distributed file system. Okay. So by 2006, we have HDFS plus this is our storage system. This is for storage. You remember those concepts where we create three copies and we in three different data nodes to store it. That is our storage mechanism. But there is a way to process it. To process the engine which we use in Hadoop is MR MapReduce. It's a Java program. That is the tool name. So by 2006, Hadoop launched, then Hadoop plus MR MapReduce. This is your RDBMS or SQL Server. RDBMS or SQL Server. I think I have shared those diagrams during our initial days. Let me see if I find it. And that's two. And this is 2.0 block state. This is okay. This is our this is clustering part. STFS. Okay. I think in each one it should be there. Haven't I saved that? I think I've saved that. Let's see if in which one I have that. Okay, let it be. So this is our RTBS server where I mean, whatever the transaction data, regular data, or whatever getting created, it is getting saved in a database. The maximum weight is in current world in modern era, that is DBMS SQL Server. This is a Oracle company database system. Then we have Edge node, and this is whole Hadoop system. To make it clear, this is whole Hadoop system. Edge node is connected to cluster, and this is being managed by admin people. So these are interconnected. These are interconnected. This whole is a this works as a whole system. Let me go through. Let me show you the current database companies. Different databases in modern era and their weightage. Okay, Oracle here. You see Oracle on top, dominant in enterprise grade. This is Oracle. Then Microsoft TSQL. That database also works in SQL query. And there are two type of SQL database. One is Progress. This is Progress. Postgres SQL. Postgres SQL. Then there is Tigris. Tigris is being used by Microsoft. Like I'm telling you the different kind of database. There is SBase and MongoDB. Here you can see MongoDB is here, and HBase also is there, which is being used widely. Okay, those are different kind of databases, but we will take the most dominant one, which is RDBMS. Understand there is data sitting in a database, but we want to process those data. Data is getting created every single day, billions of data is getting created, and those are getting stored in database. But if you want to process those with a goal to benefit the business. For example, I want to see how many credit card customers are doing transaction, or I want to know who are the persons doing credit card transactions, so I can target them with different kind of credit card related offers. That is my requirement. For that, I have to process the data. The transaction could be in cash, in UPI, credit card, NEFT, RTGS, any kind of transaction can happen. But I want to target credit card customers, so I have to filter those things. So that is kind of processing. To process big data, we have the tool which is SDFS, Hadoop system. We have to bring that data to SDFS to process it. Till now, clear? You understood our goal and requirement. At that point of time, this is your, okay, we'll come there. This is your gateway laptop. This is your Hadoop system. Okay, let me create one more paint. We will understand the challenges at that point of time. Challenges. Challenges to bring data to Hadoop. In those early days, I'm telling, during 2006 to 2013-14, you can tell. After that, a lot of technologies, I mean, new technologies came into picture, so that was easy. But that point of time, these are the challenges which people faced to bring data to Hadoop. First one is first one is slowness. Slowness. Why? The reason. First, you have to first you have to bring the data to edge node. Then you have to sit to Hadoop. Understand data size. If you are talking about big data, understand the data size. It will be in terabyte. It will be in very big, gigabyte, terabyte, that kind of data. If the data size is very big, to bring it to Hadoop, it takes a lot of time. That's just because you cannot directly bring it to Hadoop. You have to bring it to first to edge node. You see this image again. You have to bring that data to first to edge node. Then you can take it to HDFS. So that was the process, which is very slow. This is to Hadoop. Okay, this is our first challenge during those days. Then we couldn't do portion import. Portion import was not possible. You understand portion import? If there is a table, in table there are a lot of data sitting. For example, I just want the amount. I do not want anything else. I just want the amount column from a DBMS to Hadoop to process it, but I cannot do that. At that point of time, it wasn't possible. Portion input wasn't possible. You have to bring the whole table to S node, then whole table you take it to HDFS, then you have to process there in HDFS. Then third, incremental 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 data import wasn't incremental data handling or import. Incremental data handling or import was a problem. So, for example, every single day data is getting generated. For example, I have a single table. The table I'll give an example. You can take it as for example, a bank account opening table. People come daily. They come to bank. They create accounts. For that, I have a table where I will store the details. Every single day, the data is getting increased. Today, there are 100 accounts opened. Then tomorrow, there will be another 50 to 100 accounts opened. Then that table is getting increased every single day. And if you want to take those data to HDFS, then that wasn't possible. Incremental data was taking incremental data to Hadoop every time was a problem that point of time. Then modified data handling problem. Data handling problem. If a table in SQL Server or a DBMS or database got changed, modified, few things got modified, then only bringing those modified data to Hadoop was an issue that point of time, was a problem that point of time. Fifth one is, I think, serialized. Serialized data ingestion. I'll cover what is serialized data. Don't worry. Serialized data ingestion issues. Ingestion issues were there at that point of time. So these are the issues happening. These are the issues to bring data. The data ideally is sitting inside a DBMS or any database, SQL Server database. It was sitting, but bringing those data to Hadoop to process was a big problem at that point of time. And this is during 2006 to 2009. I think in 2009, Sqoop got. Let me see. I believe 2009. Sqoop launched. Yeah. Yeah, 2009. 2009, after Sqoop initially released in 2009. Yeah. So till 2000, from 2006, 2009, these are the issues. These are the major issues to bring data to Hadoop and process it. It was a big task. Bring it to edge node, bring the whole table. If there is something changed, if there is something got incremented, bring the whole table. Then you have to filter it in Hadoop system. Then you have to process it. Just because you have MR engine there in Hadoop, you have MR map reduce engine. It can do the job. It can do all these things, process part. Okay. Now This all these issues are being, I mean, someone is analyzing all these issues. That person name is Kathleen. That person name is Kathleen Ting. He is a Chinese American. Kathleen Ting. Kathleen Ting launched Sqoop. Okay. Kathleen Ting is the person name who launched Sqoop. She is a Chinese American. Okay. Then the next point. Okay. Uh, I mean, she brought a tool which is she named it. She named it as Sqoop, and she told the world that I have a solution. I have a tool which is named Sqoop. It can handle all these issues. It can easily handle all these issues. So I will come there. I will come there. Okay, what was the previous one? Okay, let me write it. This is your Hadoop system. This is your Hadoop system. This is your SQL server. Now, why I have written these two words right now, there is a catch. Now try to understand how Sqoop word, how she named it Sqoop word. Are you guys getting a clue here? Why I have written these two words? Do you see Sqoop inside?
S SQ from SQL and OOP from
Exactly.
Hadoop.
Exactly. That she named it in that way. SQ came from this SQL server. Then she brought SQ from SQL server and OOP from Hadoop. That's how the tool got named. In our early days, I have told you Sqoop was the tool. Duck cutting brought it to. You remember that Walmart story? Duck cutting went to Walmart CEO and told that I have a solution. I have a tool which will import data to Hadoop system, process it, and then that same tool will send the data back to the table you will see in SQL. So Sqoop is the tool which can do the import and export thing. So Kathleen told I have a tool named Sqoop who can do the job easily. Now we will jump to our coding part. The concept is clear, theory part is clear. You understood what Sqoop tool is, what is the purpose, what were the issues that time, and how Sqoop solved all those issues. We will see one by one. Everything we will see. So this is the tool. The purpose of the tool is to bring RDBMS data direct to a Hadoop system instead of bringing it to Edge node, then pushing it to Hadoop. It is a very slow process. Then there is no person input. If I want to bring some data from the table, it was not possible. I have to bring the whole table from RDBMS to a Hadoop system. If I want to do incremental data import, that wasn't possible. Then if some data modified in RDBMS server, I change something, then the change data only bringing it to Hadoop was a problem at that point of time. And another one is serialized data import was an issue. Serialized, this is a proper interview question. Definitely, they are going to ask you this question. In data engineering, serialization is a topic which will revolve around you every single day. If you'll go and log in being a data engineer in any firm, you will be handling serialized data every single day. Every single day, you are going to see this. We'll cover it in a separate class in detail. For now, leave it. Okay, the concept is clear. Now I will go to Cloudera. So what is that? For first thing is something is sitting in my RDBMS, something is sitting in my RDBMS or SQL server. I have to bring that data to Hadoop system. Now, this particular Cloudera is a tool which is of Oracle itself. It's an Oracle tool. And this tool has everything installed inside. It has SQL Server also. If I'll show you the path which you have seen is home/Cloudera, right? This is the path you have seen. Now let me show you something that is sitting here. Is no in Hadoop system. Okay, let's see. List just home, not home/Cloudera. Okay, there is only Cloudera inside. I think it is sitting inside Hadoop. Hadoop fs ls hyphen instead of user/Cloudera. I will only hit user. Do you see how many tools are sitting inside? Spark is sitting inside. There is a root direct sitting inside. Uji is sitting inside. Jenkins is sitting inside. Hive is sitting inside. A lot of tools are sitting inside. And also there is a way to connect to SQL Server that is also sitting inside in Cloudera. We'll connect to that particular server. Okay. But your landing path, you remember, user/Cloudera. If you want to hit any Hadoop command you will shoot, it will directly reach to user/Cloudera. But this is your landing path. But there are a lot of tools sitting inside. They have their own directory. This Uzi is no more being used in today's world, but yeah, it's a tool also. Jenkins is sitting inside. Hive is sitting inside. Hive we will cover after Sqoop. The next topic is Hive. Sqoop, I think it will take this week and next week. Then after that week, we will cover Hive. Okay. So Spark is also sitting inside. A lot of tools are sitting inside our Hadoop system, but our landing path is this user/Cloudera. Fine. Let me clear it. And there is also a SQL server which is inside Cloudera. If I want to connect it, if I want to connect to SQL server, then this is the command. MySQL, I'll give all the command. Do not worry. Now focus. Your whole focus should be what I'm telling and what I'm writing. I'll give you all the codes. Do not worry. Username root, password I'm giving Cloudera. This is same for every single Cloudera. MySQL user root, password Cloudera. Okay. I am right now in MySQL cell. You see, I am inside MySQL server. I have given the credentials, username and password. Then I launched. I entered into MySQL server. So here I will do something which are SQL language, structured query language. Do not worry, but you have to learn. I'm again telling you the whole phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Spark holds 50% weightage. If you are sitting in any modern data engineering interview, Spark holds 50%. 40% holds your SQL, structured query language. If you can learn, then start it from today. I will give you some website names. There is HackerRank, LeetCode, and there are few YouTube videos also. You can go through those videos. Start learning SQL from today itself. It's easy. It's dead easy. You'll see the code, the way I will write, you'll see it. It's dead easy. Just you need to practice it. You need to sit and run your fingers on the keyboard. Then only the practice will happen. Then only you will remember those. Even during first phase, I have done a lot of mistakes. I wasn't, I amn't an expert in SQL, but whatever I use for data engineering, that part I know. But I have to do a lot of things in SQL. I am also learning. Please start learning SQL from today itself. I will give you some websites. Just half an hour every day, single day, half an hour. Sit and run your fingers on your keyboard. Start solving the issues. Start solving the queries. How the queries, how they write the queries. SQL queries is being written. What is the purpose? What is the output? What is the requirement? You understand, then shoot the queries, you'll see the results. Try from today itself, go and learn SQL. I'm telling you again,
Hey,
50%.
hi.
Hi.
Sorry, Samir. Sorry for
Yeah,
interrupt.
yeah, yeah.
Samir, in SQL,
Yeah.
for the data engineering space, what kind of privileges will get? Is it a read access they give or a read and write access?
The right access will never be given to you.
Okay, only the read access, right?
Exactly. You cannot change the data.
Hmm.
You are
Okay.
not
Yeah.
allowed to change any data. You will only process it. You cannot delete, you cannot add, you cannot modify. If and only if there is a higher authority, I mean higher management or any senior persons, I personally telling you that it will not be allowed to you. You cannot delete anything also. The command I have given rmdir remove directory, that command is blocked. You cannot delete any directory. If I am a data engineer, I can go into prod cell and I can delete anything if I have any grudges on my company. That is not allowed. You are allowed to read, you are allowed to write it in SDFS, not even prod. Prod, you have to generate the code, you have to validate it, there will be review, another peer will review it. Then once all the testing done, all the validation happened, then it will be pushed to prod. You are not allowed to delete, add anything. You can only process it as a data engineer. Okay, now I am in MySQL Server, and as I was telling you, 50% weightage Spark will have I think the in the starting days I have told you, first phase is your basics, understanding what is big data, what are the tools, how the evolutions happened, what are the tools in the market since the starting days, and the current modern era, what are the tools are being used. So the first phase is basic understanding concepts. Second phase is your game changer. Second phase is Spark. The whole second phase will be dominated by Spark. Spark weightage is 50%, SQL weightage is 40%, then 10% if the interviewer is a person who knows data engineering from the start. If I will be the interviewer, I will definitely go into Hadoop. I will definitely go to Sqoop. I will definitely go to Hive. I will ask you, do you know Hive? Do you know Hadoop? Tell me how Hadoop 1.0 works. What is the architecture? How Hadoop 2.0? What is the architecture? What is the minimum block size in Hadoop system? All these uh, questions. I mean, if there is just any senior person who knows data engineering from the basic, he or she will going to ask this question. That is why I'm not leaving a single point where you will be left out. And one more thing, every single person who is going to data engineering right in today's world, they are not writing all these things. Hadoop, Sqoop, Hive, they are not writing it. If you will keep it in your resume, then your resume will have weightage. If 90% of, if there are 100 people who are appearing for interview, you will stand out just because you know a lot of things. If they will ask the questions, you answer it. And there are higher chance that they are going to select you. That is the plus point. That is the advantage of knowing all this data engineering, whole data engineering cycle, how it happened, how the evolution started, how the upper tool came into picture, the way Sqoop came into picture in 2009, and why it came into picture. I told you the challenges. Okay, now I'm in MySQL Server. Let me see what are the databases sitting inside. So databases. Okay, these are the databases. Okay, let me create one database. Create database batch batch two batch two. Okay, created. Now let me use this database batch two. Do not worry, these are SQL queries. SQL queries, you have to learn it. These are very basic. You can learn it right now. What I did, I created a database, then I used that database. use that database. Then in that database, I will create my tables. I have created a database called batch to Sqoop. Then I have used the database to create tables. Inside database, you will create tables. Inside this database, which is sitting inside Cloudera, these are the databases sitting already inside. Few databases are by default, few databases I have created. For the first batch, AbroDB, BDB is my database. I think few databases are, I have created. REST SparkDB I have created. Rest all are already there. Okay, database changed. Now I want to create table. Create table. Table name I have to give. Let it be batch. मम्मी शोभा का दे दो. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Create table batch two Sqoop host. Okay, let's not let it be that big. Batch2 Sqoop host. Okay, this is the table name I have created. Now I have to give the okay, let me give the column name ID. It is an integer type. First column, then I have to give the second column, let it be name, and I have to give the type is variable characters varchar. The length I have limited to 100. Okay, then let's create this table. Okay, all good. Now I have just created a table. I haven't entered anything. What I have done till now is, let me go to paint and let me show you. So I entered into this SQL server. I entered using username password. I entered here. Then I have created a table. There is a database. It's a database. I created a table. I created a table with two columns. As of now, I have just created two columns. Two columns. One is IT. Second one is name. This is what I have created. Till now, I haven't inserted any data into it. Right now, let me query. Let me see if there anything or not. Select star. Star means everything. Star means everything. Select star from table name is B2 Sqoop first. B2 Sqoop first. This is the table name. Select star from B2 Sqoop first. It shouldn't show me anything. Empty set. You can see the result. There is nothing inside. Now let me insert. Let me insert values to the table. Insert. These all are SQL queries. Insert values. Insert into table. Table name is B2 Sqoop first. B2 Sqoop first. Table name I have given. Then values. I want to enter the values. Values first ID 1, then name. Name is a variable character. Let it be okay. Okay, stood. Okay, query okay, one row affected. Fine. Now I'll insert one more data into it. Change it here. Insert into two, then give, let's see, enter. Then I have entered two values. Let me enter one more. Let it be John Day. Enter. So I have entered three values. Now I want to see if those three values are there inside my table or not. For that, the query is, these are all structured query language SQL queries I am shooting to interact with your RDBMS. Select star means all. Select star from table name B2 Sqoop first. Now it's show me all these 3 entries. Okay, you guys see, right? ID, name, then 1, 2, 3 I have entered in ID column. Then Avi, Sri, Janti I have entered as a name. Understood till now? This you have to learn. These are the syntax. These are the SQL syntax. I'll give you few videos. You have to learn it. I told you 40% weightage SQL will hold. You understand this table? I have created a table inside RDBMS. Inside the database, batch to Sqoop. You understand? I mean,
अ,
you wait.
सब
Yeah, ask the question. Yeah.
तो मेरी टेबल तो कैसे मतलब बना समझ रहे हैं बट कैसे बन रहा है मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है मतलब नहीं समझ आया मुझे माई एसक्यूएल यूज बैच टू स्कूप वो बैच टू स्कूप क्यों लिखा है तो मुझे कुछ समझ ही नहीं आया ये
ओके ओके ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे I created a database. This I entered into MySQL server. I entered into this particular place. I entered into this particular place with username and password. I have given username and password. Then I entered here. Here I have given the username and password. MySQL. I wanted to enter into SQL Server or connect to SQL Server. I wanted to connect to SQL Server. Then I have to give the username and password. I have to give the credential, the way you log into any portal. I have given the username. I have given the password. So MySQL started. I connected to MySQL Server. Then I want to see what are the databases sitting inside. You understand databases? You think like it's a memory chip. It's a kind of hard disk drive where your data is sitting. Understood? And there you can take it. These are kind of folders, the database names. And inside those folders, you have created 10 different Excel sheets, 10 different tables. Understandable till now? Now I'll come there. Okay. Now what I created here, I created a folder. I created a database. Create database batch to Sqoop. So here in the list, one more database will be added, batch to Sqoop. Understandable?
हाँ हाँ
Okay. Here one more folder will be added. It's a database. I created a database with name batch to Sqoop. Then inside batch to Sqoop, inside that folder, I want to create an Excel file. I want to create a table. So I used that particular database. I used that folder. I used that database. Then I created a table. Create an Excel sheet inside that with 2 columns, ID and name. ID is integer type. The type is integer, variable type. It's a kind of IT language. Whenever you give any column, you have to give the type to it. Is it an integer? Is it a string? So understand, integer means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these are integers. Float something point 2.05, 2.06, 3.95, 3.62, 4.20. Those are floats. So in programming language, there are different type of data types. ID I have kept it as an integer. I have to enter integer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are integer types. And then name is a varchar. It's a kind of string. String is where you use alphanumeric things. Alphanumeric things means letters. You can add also integers like Samir 1, 2, 3, 4. It will take it as a string. So I have created 2 tables. I created a table with 2 column. Column I have given the column, first column is an integer, the column name is ID. Second column name is name, and it's a string. So here I have inserted, first column is an integer, I have entered integer, second column is a string, I have entered string. Insert into table, this is my table. Values, what are the values I want to insert? First column is my integer type, I have to insert 1 as an integer. Then Avi, you have to declare it that way with apostrophes. This is a string name varchar 100. 100 is the limit. You cannot exceed 100. It will throw an error. Understandable? No? Okay. Then you have to insert. Again, I have inserted this one row. I have inserted. Then again, I have inserted the second row. Insert into table name. This is the table name, values 2, then 2 is ID. This is the schema. This is the schema of the table. In that table, what are the columns? Well, I have one ID, then I have separated it. See the comma. Comma means another column name I am giving. First column name is ID. It is the type is integer. Second column name is name, and the type is varchar. And while entering values, this is the syntax. This is how you have to write it. Insert into table name values integer 1, then the name varchar 100. This is I have given avi with apostrophe. That's how you declare string or varchar variable character. Okay, then insert into b2 scoop first values. Then I am doing the second insert. First insert you can see here 1 avi. All good. Then I did the second insert. Insert into table name values integer. First one is id. ID I have given 2. Name I have given 3. So second row I enter 3. Then third row I enter, insert into table name. Again I have given the same syntax. Value ID I have given 3. Then this is the schema. This is the schema, and accordingly you have to enter. ID and name, there's two columns only. So there are two columns. So first column is having integer, second column is having string. The first column is having similarly the second row I have entered integer, then string, then the third integer and string. Then I am trying to read it. This is the syntax to read it. Select star means all. Select all, everything from B2. This is my scoop first table. Select everything from this table. I have entered 3 values to the table and I can see those things. Clear? Understandable?
Yes, got it.
Once you practice, you will get to know what is happening. Once you practice this SQL thing, I'll give you a few websites. You all guys do the practice. You'll be, familiar with SQL queries, how you create a table, how you create a database, how you delete a table, how you delete a database, how you enter some values to a table, all these things. How you filter it out. If I want to filter only name, I want to see only name. Select here. I have selected star means everything, all. If I only want to name, then there is a query for it. You can use fire query where name different queries are there. I am not making you confused right now. Just understand there is a table. There is a table sitting inside my SQL server. All good. Now let me quit it. Let me go to my Cloudera terminal. Okay, now I am in my Cloudera terminal. Now we will see the first Sqoop import. First Sqoop import. Do not worry what I am writing. Just see, I will explain every single bit of it, every single line, single line. I will make you understand. Do not worry. I am doing something. Just see. Post. Post DB name is batch to username root admin password macro one. I have given space. Yes. Then table 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 is b2 first table in my directory. Create one more users Cloudera. Cloudera cloud. It be b2 scoop. Everything's b2 scoop. import GDVC MySQL localhost balance to Sqoop username root password cloud error one table b to Sqoop first. Okay, target ID is first. Okay, suit. Do not worry, I will explain every single thing. Do not worry. Okay, all good. Now I'll tell you. This is my command. This is my command with what I brought this data to my Hadoop system. I will explain this particular command. Do not worry. Now understand what I did. With this command, I imported this data. I imported this data to Hadoop system. Now, for now, understand the things I'm telling you. Just understand the things I'm telling you. This is my table name. This is the table, right? B to Sqoop first. This is the table name, right? Table. Then I have given a target directory. If the target directory is not there, it will create one. Understand, this is not there. B to Sqoop first is not in my Hadoop system. User/Cloudera, this is a SDFS directory. It is not in my SDFS I have given, so it will create. If there is nothing, something is not there, definitely it will create. The way, if there is no file is existing, if you are bringing something and you have given the file name, it will create the file. Last class, remember the last class. So this particular directory, if it is not present, it will create. If it is present too, first thing it will delete it. This command will delete the directory if it exists. Then it will create it. All good. Now this is the success message. Retrieved 3 records. Now my data. Let me show you in diagram first, then you will understand what happened here. Okay, this is the table I created inside SQL Server. All good, clear till now. And what was my target? I wanted to bring it to HDFS. I brought it where? What is the target directory? What is the target directory? Target directory is user/cloudera b2sqoop first. B2sqoop first. Okay. Now what I did, there is a target directory I created. Target directory I have created, and the path is, this is the target directory is b2sqoop first. B2sqoop first. This is the target directory name. B2sqoop first, which I created in the command itself. I created B2sqoop first. And tell me the path of this. Anyone who can tell me the path of this? Path of the directory. Anyone who is understanding till now? Tell me this HDFS folder path.
User/Cloudera.
User/Cloudera.
Correct. User/Cloudera. User/Cloudera slash your name.
B2.
B2sqoop first. This is the path. So this got created and I see a success message. Now I have to validate it. Now I can see it retrieved 3 records. This is a success message. What is the engine which is doing this process? What is the engine? What is the process engine here? Hadoop system consists of what? 2 things. One is storage system, one is process. The storage is Hadoop Distributed File System, HDFS. The process engine is MapReduce, right? Remember, the process engine is MapReduce. Today itself in the starting, I have told you where I have written that. Yeah, this is here I have written, right? This whole system consists of edge node, then a lot of data nodes, then a lot of name nodes, standby name node, then journal node, zookeeper, everything is sitting inside this. And the engine which will do the process, if we want to process the data, there is a simple difference. You understand storage and process. Storage will store simply your hard disk. It is storing the data in a distributed system in different three nodes. Three copies will be stored. But if you want to process it, there will be tool which will come into picture, that is MapReduce. Here I wanted to bring something behind MapReduce job started. You see somewhere here, you see something here, line. Do you see? The job is running the job, MapReduce job. You see this? The process engine behind which works is MapReduce, which is a Java program. If you want to process something, it is MapReduce which is doing it. Okay, now this is the confirmation message that I brought 3 records to my HDFS system. Now I want to validate it. Tell me how to validate it. Anyone?
ls
Is it LS or Hadoop?
Hadoop
Hadoop
FS hyphen.
Hadoop fs hyphen ls. Then I have to give the full path user / Cloudera / what was my, I think B2
B2 Sqoop first.
Okay, this was my target directory where I brought the data. Interesting thing, focus. Interesting thing, focus. You'll see something here. What do you see inside? Found 2 items. What do you see inside?
files.
See 2 files, right? This
Success
is
and
a
part
success. This is a logger file. Ignore this file. This is a logger file, success file. There is nothing inside this file. This is a success file, success message. There is a part file got generated. You see a part file got generated here. Shall you read this file? Let's read it. Come on to read it. Anyone?
Hadoop FS hyphen
Hadoop
cat.
fs hyphen cat, then full path.
Then home user /
Exactly. Here it's a full path. I'm copying it. Instead of writing, I'm copying it. This is the full path. Paste. All good. Hadoop fs cat. Cat means read it. User / Cloudera. This is our folder which I created, or a directory, destination directory which I created in the command itself. Then this is the part file I want to read. Shoot. You see something here? Do you see something? Is this the same data? 1, 2, 3, obviously, Janti. Do you see the same data here sitting inside that part file? Clear?
Yes.
You must have a question why it is not in tabular form.
Samir,
Okay. Yeah,
Samir,
go ahead.
Samir, what is that part hyphen M hyphen 5 times 0?
It is a file which Sqoop has created. Sqoop brought some
Sqoop.
data. Yeah, Sqoop tool.
Okay.
Sqoop tool brought some data from SQL Server. I have only given the folder name. It is not there. It got created. It wasn't there before. I have given it in the command itself. In the command itself, I have given here. If it is present, it will delete it first. Here I have given the command. If it's present, it will delete it first. Then it will create it. I am making it sure if I have created with the same name before, just because there is a first batch. Of course, there is not with the same name. There is no folder with the same name, but still making it sure that if it is existing, then delete it first, then create it. I am creating this folder first, then I am bringing the data. By default, what Sqoop will do, in that folder, it will create a part file. It will create a part file and keep these data. And then in that part file, it will store these data.
Acha, that part file. So do you have any kind of extension for that?
It's a text file. You can take it that way. It's a kind of text file. In Linux, you understand any file getting created. I mean, it's kind of text file. If you want to
Okay.
bringing some different file to it, then you will see the extension. I can create a .txt file also here. It's a kind of text
Mm-hmm.
file which will store the text. There
Okay,
is, I mean,
so
in line, yeah,
okay, so my just correct me if I'm wrong. So my
yeah,
understanding just go to just a little bit go up that
okay,
command.
okay,
Huh.
yeah,
Yeah, here. So my understanding is you are whatever the data is SQL is created, you're
mm-hmm,
extracting the data from this particular SQL, and the same thing
yeah,
you're importing to particular file inside the Hadoop
correct. To process it. My
to
end
process.
goal is, yeah, I have given the example, but in real time it will be in millions. The table will
Okay.
be big, 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 that big you cannot, I mean, you cannot imagine that big. Even I think
Mm-hmm.
in this particular, I think there is a table inside Cloudera which is having a lot of data. Let me see, this retail DB is the data. I think retail DB is the, I'll show you. Any more questions? Have I answered your question?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sqoop will create a part file and store the data which you are importing from SQL. So we can see the data sitting inside. But you will tell me why we cannot see it in tabular form. This part file which is generated is a text file. It will separate with commas. It will separate all the data with commas. That is how this is to show you. That is why SQL we use normally SQL. SQL is very handy. People use SQL just because you can see it in a nice way, in a tabular form. But in Hadoop, it will store as a text file,
CS
with separated by comma. Yeah.
CSV file. CSV
Not
format.
kind of. Yeah, yeah. You can tell it CSV format. So it will store it in that way. Okay. Now, okay, we have executed our first command. Now I'll tell you how I have written that command. Let me create one more paint. Sqoop command. This is the last topic of today, but tomorrow I might drag it to 2 hour. I'll cover a few more things. I think tomorrow will be quick also. Just because I have covered all those concepts today, tomorrow will be we'll cover a lot of things, but that will be quick. Okay, Sqoop command I have written. Let me first write the command, then after I will explain you. Let me give enough space so you guys don't get confused. Sqoop import connect JDBC column MySQL column double slash local host. Then database name was, what was the database name?
Batch 2.
Sabir,
Let's do Sqoop. Yeah, yeah.
what stands for JDBC?
Yeah, I'm coming there. I'm coming there. I am coming there. I will explain. That's what I am doing right now. I will write the command, then I will go one by one. I will make you. I will explain everything. I will make you understand what I am writing here. Then scoop, batch to scoop. Then username space space second line password
So Cloudera.
era M1 mapper. For now, ignore M1. For now, ignore M1. I'm telling you. For now, ignore M1. I'll come to it. I'll come to it in future classes. For now, ignore it. M1, then table name. I think B2, not B2, B2 school
B2
first.
Sqoop first.
Okay. So
Uh,
table name. Is there any gaps in that? Okay. See. Okay. V2 scoop first. V2 scoop first.
1.
V2 scoop first. Then I have given the table name. Then let's not write delete thing. That is I mean, you'll have to understand in future classes. You need not to write delete thing. I'm just deleting it to make sure that there is no folder existing with that particular name. Let it be. Now everything is done. Now my target directory. Target directory is users slash cloudera slash anyone was that. What was that? B2 scoop first. B2 scoop first. Okay, this was the command. Okay, now let me explain it properly. Okay, the command starts focus. So there are total 7 things needed to write a scoop command. 7 things needed to write a scoop command. Basic scoop command needs 7 things. You need 7 things to write a command. I'll go one by one. I'll tell you. First, you have to write. This is standard instruction. You have to write it. Scoop import. This is okay. Scoop import is okay. Then this is also icon connect. Icon connect. Then let me extend it. Then JDBC MySQL. Okay, the first thing comes here. Post name. Then second thing comes here. Database which you are bringing the data from. Database name. The second thing gone. Then user. Let me write it in the next line. Then user name. Then password. See the things which I am putting in bracket, keeping in bracket. See the things, focus on those things. I told you 7 things I need to do a scoop import. Password, then table name. Okay, then target directory. Target directory. Target directory. Okay. Now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think have I missed something? Post name. Okay, port name also. Post name and port name. In real time, you have a port name also. But just because we are using Cloudera, so my localhost is working. Here you have to give the port name too. So to do a scoop import, you need 7 things to do it. You require 7 things to do it. Let me do the post name, port number, not name, port number. Port number, database name, user name, password, table name, then target directory. So these are the 7 things you need to do a Sqoop import. Everything will be given. You need not to worry in real time. You should be knowing, for example, you're working in a company, there is a database where the data is getting stored every single day, data is getting generated and data is getting stored in a database. And for the database, you will be given all these things. Host name of the database, the port number you want to connect. Then you should be knowing your work, daily work, that I know this database, here I have to use this table, yeah, I have to bring this data, I have to process the requirement. Day-to-day job, every single day you will have some requirement, some days you will not have some requirement, some day you have to do some daily jobs, like you have to bring every single day the data generated last day, you have to bring it to Hadoop system. Kind of the job, you might have a job, daily job, where you want to use this Sqoop import, everything will be given to you. This username to connect SQL server, this password to connect SQL server, this table, which table you want to bring the data, the table name is given, then the target directory. Now just tell me how many, how many things, how many, mm, how many inputs are coming from SQL, and what is the input I need for HDFS? Guess anyone? Are these all
Only one.
6? Yeah, are these
Yes.
all 6 coming from SQL? All these are related to SQL server, and this is the only thing which you need for the target directory. So there are 6 things from SQL. There are,
Hello.
yeah.
Uh, yeah. Yes.
Yes,
Can means how we will configure that no, means username and password?
they will give it to you. They will see there is a database. No one is allowed to touch it. You understand?
Okay.
For
Okay.
example, your system is there. You have
Hmm.
some data, private data you have.
Okay.
Is anyone going to access it without your username and password? I'm just
No.
giving an example. Exactly. In SQL Server is a database for a bigger companies. They are storing the data inside it. So to access those data, you have to have that username and password that will be given by your admin people. The
I
people,
mean, yeah, but
yeah,
while practicing, how we will configure this? It's like
this,
in MySQL, I have done this queries all means before, but
okay,
while practicing in MySQL, when
okay,
we are installing this MySQL, they are provide means they are telling like to configure the root password and username.
okay,
So by using those root and password only, we are logging
correct,
into the right.
correct.
So here, how we will configure
Okay.
that's
So
what
I'm
I'm asking.
coming to that question. So in cloud era, this is a VM. You understand this is a VM, virtual machine. It's a computer inside a computer. You have a
Yeah.
Windows laptop. Then inside that laptop, we have created another laptop, another machine. That is cloud era. If you see the extension of this one, this is a VDI, virtual desktop interface. In bigger companies, so if you'll go work in, I mean, in JP Morgan, I haven't seen. I think all those bigger companies, you'll see they will not give you any local system. They will not give you any local system. They will give you a VDI, virtual desktop interface. Let me see if it is here, Cloudera. Now see the extension. See the extension of this one. See the extension VDI, virtual
Yeah.
disk image. It's itself a computer. Everything is inside it, but it couldn't have RAM inside it. Correct?
Hmm.
Storage it is having 15 GB. It is having, and everything, all the tool it has installed inside it, but it couldn't have RAM. So we, while installing, I have given RAM. If you remember, 2 GB, 4 GB depends upon your capacity of system. I have given the RAM during installation phase. So using this virtual box manager, which is from Oracle, we have hosted that VDI, giving our system RAM. which is running right now. This is a system itself. And inside this system, SQL is there. Understood my point?
Okay.
Inside
Yeah.
this virtual desktop image VDI, there is a virtual disk image, sorry. There is another term to it, virtual desktop interface, which we call normally while working, but the concept is same. We are connecting to a different system, which might be the system location. I know it's in Mumbai, but I work from Bangalore. But it can be in US, it can be in Singapore, wherever in the world it can be, but you have to connect via internet to it. So same way, this is a computer. This is a Linux-based system, and inside this system, SQL Server is there inside. So I have given this username and password to connect it. You see here in my
Okay.
terminal. Yeah,
Yeah. So we also use this password and username
same
only,
for
right?
anyone using Cloudera in this world. This is the default username and password.
Okay. Got you.
Got it? But
Yeah.
in real time they will give you. But in real
Mm.
time they will give you to connect to your database. They will give you that username and password. For Cloudera, this is the basic username and password to connect to is MySQL server. But in
Mm.
real time, this is the format you will use. Sqoop import. I will come to here. I'll come to here. JDBC. Do not worry. I'll come here first. Let me complete this one. There will be 7 things you need to do a Sqoop import. First one is host name, port number that will be given your SQL where the database is sitting. The database host name, that port number will be given to you. Then the database name, where you want to, which database you want to use, where your table is sitting. That database name will be given to you. And then username password will be given to you. Then you should be knowing your table name. If there is a requirement, your boss told, okay, there is a table sitting inside this database, bring this data to Hadoop system. You know the requirement. So that table name you will know. That is not your duty. Everything will be given to you. Anyhow, requirement will come to you. They will tell you, this is the table name, bring the data. Table name, then the target directory depends. Target directory is, if target directory is there, then you can bring it to that. If there is some special requirement, okay, bring it and process it and give me the data. Your boss told you, bring it, process this data and give it, show me the data. Then you will create your own directory for, it depends upon the requirement. If there is a dedicated directory for it, if anything, any sorts of, for some temporary purpose, we want to use a directory, we want to create a directory, that depends upon the business requirement. Do not worry. But remember, there are 7 things to do a Sqoop import. 6 things comes from your SQL, your host name, port number, database name, username, password, table name. All these are related to SQL. Only thing related to your HDFS is your target directory. In target directory, while you do any import, it will create a folder. If there is no folder, if you already there is a folder, you have given that folder name, then it will go and sit inside it. If the folder is not there, it will create one folder. Then the data which is sitting inside table, it will create another part file inside that particular folder. Inside that particular folder which you have created, we need to Sqoop first. It will bring this data. It will bring this data and keep it in row format separated by comma in your the folder you have given in a part file. This will be sitting inside a part file. This is not a folder. This is a part file. Understand? This is a part file. Let me color it in a different way. This is a file. This is a file. This is a file. Okay, let it be. So till now you understood. I will again go to that JDBC question. Till now you understood what I have covered till now, the how to write a Sqoop command. You have to remember all these things. You have to remember this 7 things. Now this is your standard. This is your standard format. Sqoop import you have to write. You want to do a Sqoop import, you will write Sqoop import. Then now I'm coming to this part. I am coming to this part. This particular line of code, first line you understand, it is connecting to something. Hyphen hyphen connect means connecting to something. What is this trying to connect? It is trying to connect to a database. The database type is MySQL. Understand? The database type is MySQL. I'm going one by one. I am trying to connect to a database. The database type is MySQL. The database type is MySQL. JDBC is an API, application programming interface. I'll tell you what it does. So this is the database type. MySQL is the database type, and JDBC is a Java based API. मम्मी आओ 10-15 मिनट 10 मिनट पर है JDBC is a Java-based program which helps connecting. It's API which will help to connect to your SQL server. If you want to connect to a database, you need a program, right? You understand? If you want to talk to anything, any sorts of thing, if you're for example, I will give, if you're logging into Facebook, you have given username and password. How it is allowing you to log in? Have you tried to understand the real thing, how it happens? So there is a program which will be waiting for you to enter your username and password. Once you enter your username password, it will take it. It will go to rich database. It will once reach database, it will search that username. It found that username. You understand, your username is, that is the reason your username is always unique. There cannot be a duplicate username. Have you tried creating Gmail account? It will show no, this is taken already, this particular ID is taken. Always unique. So what will happen once you entered your username password, then click on login? Immediately there is a program which will take that username and password, and it will search in the database. It will find that username, then it will match the password. If the password is matching, then it will allow you to go to the next line of code. Next line of code will be your home screen. Launch your home screen. Understand? Basic IT things. I am telling you technical things. I'm trying to understand you how it works, the basic things. So JDBC is a API, application programming interface. It's kind of program which Java program which helps you to connect to a database. You are sitting inside your Edge node, gateway laptop. You want to connect to a database, and you have given the hostname and port number. That is fine. That is kind of credentials. Hostname, port number, username, password. These are credentials. These are always constant. That you are given, but there is a program which will work to connect it. Right? Let me go and do a Google search and let me show you. Okay, I can connect JDBC colon MySQL. Okay, let me go to ChatGPT itself. ChatGPT. Come on. I can connect JDBC. This is the last topic. JDBC MySQL colon double slash database name. Okay, well, good. Now I will ask it, what does this this command mean? Does this command mean? Okay, focus. Last part of the day. Last few minutes. Now see, that line looks like a command line and a tool specific instruction, not started SQL itself. Let it break down. Connect. The prefix usually means it's a command to, okay, let me write it properly. So import hyphen connect. Now enter. Okay. Now try to understand everything. This command is a part of Apache Sqoop, a tool used to transfer data between relational database like MySQL to Apache and Apache Hadoop. Understood? Same thing we did from MySQL to Hadoop. This is a part of Apache Sqoop tool to transfer data between relational database to Apache Hadoop, vice versa. We can take data from Hadoop to MySQL server also. Okay. Now Sqoop import. This tells Sqoop to import data. Understandable? Every single word of that command I'm breaking into pieces. Sqoop import. This tells Sqoop tool to import data. Specially, it means copy data from a database into Hadoop, usually into HDFS or Hive. Okay. Now connect JDBC MySQL database name. This provides the connection string to the database. It tells Sqoop where is the database I should import data from. This is the database name. Now it is breaking into parts. JDBC, Java database connectivity used by Sqoop internally. MySQL is the database type. MySQL database name is a placeholder. You can give the database name. Okay, now let me properly write it. What is the purpose of JDBC? Elaborate. Okay, Java database connectivity JDBC is standard Java API. The exact word I told you, API, application programming interface that allows Java programs to connect to database. That's what I told. It's a program which will try to connect. You have everything. You have all the credentials. You have port name. You have port number, host name, username, password. But you need a program to connect it. That is a Java-based program. JDBC is a standard Java API that allows Java programs to connect to databases, then execute queries, then process results. It's only used for connection. The main purpose of JDBC is to act as a bridge between Java application and databases. In simple terms, JDBC lets a Java program talk to a database. You understood? Now, did you get a clarity? Who asked this question? I don't remember her name. Okay, now, are you clear? Have I answered your question? Understood? Not
The
sure who asked
needs
this.
also, yeah, the needs also written down by without JDBC, what will be happen if you are not using it?
Yeah, there are a
Every
lot of
time we
things.
need.
Every database would require different code. Developers would struggle to switch between databases. With JDBC, you write standard Java code. JDBC handles communication with different databases. There are a lot of things is inside. If you will go deeper, you will get into deeper and deeper. A lot of things are inside. I am just trying to explain what JDBC is. JDBC is program. It's a kind of program. If you are clicking on login, there is a program getting triggered. There is a code getting triggered behind the scene. A code is getting triggered. It is going to your database. It is checking your username. Then it is matching with your password. If your password matches, then it will allow you to log in. It will allow you to run the next code. Else it will throw an error. The next code will be show the home page. Then there will be a lot of code. I'm not going into that. You understand, to connect to a database, you need a program. You need a program language where program will be written. Something will be written to establish the connection. That is the purpose of JDBC. Now coming to the okay. Now you understood every single line. Sqoop import, telling Sqoop tool to import it, then connect, then establish the connection. JDBC is the Java based program which will do the connection. Then server type is MySQL. Then I have given host name, port number, database name, username, password, table name, target directory. For Cloudera, there is no port name just because it's local. There is no port name. The default port will work. This is the line of code you have to execute. Local host is your host name. And there is no port number. It will use default port. Default port is, I think, 8020 or something. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Default port. Default number for MySQL in Cloudera. 8020 or something. Okay, 3306. Let's see if 3306 work. Okay, let me write in that way too. Okay, let's execute the last. It's already 10. Let me try with the default port. Let's see if it works or not. Where is my scoop command? This is my scoop command. Now what I will do, I will give the port number 3306. It was right. Default 3306. This is the way to write localhost port number, then database name. Now this time, okay, looks good, looks good. Let's put it. Okay, map reduce job started. Almost there, almost there. Okay, retrieve 3 records, successful. Now let me list it. This is cat, this is listing, scoop first, enter. Okay, I can see the part file. You
Samir,
understand? Yeah.
yes, I mean in every time we need to delete that particular folder
Need not
or
to.
what?
Need not
Hmm?
to. Let me need not to. Need not to. Let me again shoot the same query. Let me again shoot the same query. I am deleting it just to make it confirm that there is no folder sitting. That's in.
Hmm.
That's why there will be no confusion. Let me delete that. Okay, I'm deleting that and I am shooting the same query. Okay, I deleted that part. Okay, let's through some error. What is that error? Let me see.
Yeah, it's
Table
file
is
exist.
okay. It will tell you the table is. Now it will tell you the folder is existing. That is what
Yes.
the
Yeah.
throw. Yeah, it will tell you that the table is still there. That is why it is not taking. I have to take another folder here. Scoop first. Scoop second. Now it will work. That is why I'm deleting. If the folder is existing, it will tell you that it's still existing.
No, actually. So in the day-to-day activities, if suppose we are doing triggering the same command every time, so means how it is happening? Or all means or
We'll
there is
see,
some.
see it in next class. Incremental input is there. If you are
Hmm.
telling, if you are asking the question, there will be data every single day. It will be incrementing. Then what will happen to that folder? You will see that in incremental data import. You'll see
Okay.
it. So
ठीक है.
patch to scoop. Okay. Hmm, let me read it this time. Okay, first list it. Second. Okay, I can see there is a part file sitting inside. Let me read it. This the folder name is second this time. Folder name is second. And there is a part file m000. Let me read it. You'll see the same data sitting in. Okay, all good. I'll share the commands, don't worry. Any questions? Last few minutes. Any questions? Already it's past 10. Any questions? Having any doubt, Arpita? Are you having any question? You are from
नो सर,
non-IT. Okay, all good. I'll give you all those commands I'll
आज
give
थोड़ा
you.
डिफिकल्ट था। ये मुझे थोड़ा सा समझ में प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है। मैं रिकॉर्डिंग देख के एक बार ट्राई करूंगी, नहीं होगा
Okay,
तो फिर
okay.
मैं बताती
ठीक है reach me out anytime you reach me out whenever I will free I will take some time and I will try to answer your questions. जैसे last time
हूँ।
में भी
यस।
कुछ issues हुआ था we'll solve it right. You reach me out I will take some time.
हाँ हाँ।
जब भी मैं free होऊंगा मैं बता दूंगा. Try once you start typing then only you will see the real time problems. I'll share the commands. You go through those videos. If you still have any problem you face you reach me out we will resolve that. Okay, any questions
ओके।
anyone?
Samir,
Yeah.
uh, Cat lover ସେଟା table form ରେ ଆସିଲାନି ନା?
Hadoop रे table form ରେ ଆସିବନି. I will go there. Hive is a tool which will come in picture in next few weeks. That tool is introduced for that purpose. Table form रे ଆସିବ only SQL. SQL will show you in tabular form, but in Hadoop it will store in a text file. The data will be stored in text file like this. This will not come in table form. We'll see that when Hive comes. Hive is the tool, that is why Hive introduced. Hive got introduced. We'll see after Sqoop. We will complete Sqoop in next week. I think 1, 2, 3 more classes. I believe 3 more classes. Then we'll switch to Hive. In Hive, you'll see data coming in, not data coming in table, but there is a way to represent it. But by default, Hadoop is a storage system. It will store it in a text file with text separated by comma. Every single column will be separated by comma. Every single, whatever the data you are bringing from any table, it will separate it with commas and it will keep it. It will not come in table form, thus because it is not SQL thing. The data is sitting inside Hadoop system. I'm reading it inside Hadoop system user/Cloudera here. But here the data was sitting in your SQL. Here I was in MySQL server. I was connecting to MySQL server, and in MySQL it will show you like this. It will show you in tabular form. If you want to query anything, you want to see something, it will show you in tabular form. But in Hadoop system, it will be stored. Every single data will be separated by comma. Every single row, the column will be separated by comma, and it will keep the data. For now, the questions are there. Those all the questions will be answered in your future classes. For now, you understand this part. It will be stored like this, separated by commas. Every single data which is sitting in column, row wise, it will separate with commas, and it will keep it. Understandable? Clear? Any more questions? Any more questions? No? Shall we wrap up the call? I'll share these images. No worries. Okay, all good. Shall we wrap up?
Yes, bye.
Yes.
Okay. Good night. Take care, guys. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night,
Thank
sir.
you, bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye.
bye.